I've been recruited against my will.
She's usually pretty good at locating the restrooms, but
I don't think I have that one.
Maci's learning so much. Living the Zookie dream.
The boss has abandoned us. More food. And then I finally hit 1 sale, so now I can eat.
Also guys, peep the headband.
3 years of experience.
I'm back. And we're here at Davis Anime Club's very own DAiCON. It's a small anime convention that takes place in their Davis Conference Center. And here's the artist alley behind me. And for this weekend, I have recruited one of my artist friends to come help me at this event.
My art isn't selling anymore, so I've come to work for him.
We got our wagon over here, and they do provide us with an 8-foot table and 2 chairs, so all our stuff is here in the back. We do have an hour to set up. It starts at 10, and we got here a little later than anticipated, but we're kind of right on time. I gave myself about an hour to set up. We rolled in. Most people are kind of halfway done setting up. We're gonna try to speed run this. If you guys don't already know, this is Maci. She also has her own art shop as well.
Yes.
You may or may not recognize her from a couple previous videos as well.
Wait, I don't know. Do I introduce myself?
Yeah, you can introduce yourself.
I haven't vlogged in a while, so I don't know what to say. But hello, I am Maci of Mualcaina. I also do a lot of artist alley vlogs. I've been recruited against my will.
Against your will?
Yeah, against my will.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I volunteered in exchange for Dutch Bros.
We got the same drink. This is
Guess
our
what it
fuel
was?
for the morning.
It's a picture perfect.
Yeah, if you guys want to work for Stickerzoo,
Yeah.
you can get paid in 1 Dutch Bros drink for long hours. We're gonna set up the tablecloth.
Yes, like we have less than an hour, I think.
Yeah, that should be good. You could put this on the ground in the back, please.
Okay.
I make button pin badges for all my helpers, so because she has her own art shop, I made 2 different variations. We have Maci and Mualcaina. Do you prefer one or the other?
Mualcaina.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I'm official now. I've been recruited. Mualcaina no more.
All right, we're gonna go crazy here and we're gonna do a time lapse, so you'll see us moving our hands very fast. I sent Maci off on the ultimate task of finding the restroom. I don't think she came back yet. She's usually pretty good at locating the restrooms, but maybe it's a little difficult this time. I am trying to speed run my display build though. Got most of it done. I have to add more display panels for the keychains. So yes. Oh hey, you came back. I was telling that I sent you to the restroom. Did you find it?
I did find it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just when you keep going, you'll make
Yeah.
a left at the first.
It
I didn't
seemed
realize
like
you
a
used Velcro.
Oh yeah, I use Velcro on like most of the displays so I could put up the panels on the back.
Okay.
I was telling the viewers like maybe you got lost.
Oh no, I had to use it too. Do you want me to like hammer anything or you're good?
No, I'm just gonna smack things in. You can be
Okay.
moral support.
Okay. I'll do my own intro.
So if you guys want her perspective on things, tune into her channel on Mualcaina. I'm gonna do another time lapse because we're far from being finished. I have to add a section for the prints at the top, but I forgot to take off my display prints from the other banner. So I'm having Maci plastic seal wrap and flip all the prints around so they're on the right side. I don't remember what the Wi-Fi policies or whatnot were.
It's going to be free. I can just tell you it.
Yeah.
It's a UC3-guest.
Can you do me the favor of just putting tape on the back of all these around the corner? Thank you. Now we have to set up the keychain wall and some of the signage, and that's pretty much it. It's actually 9:55, so we have about 5 minutes. An easy sheets to follow, which things we have to put up. Hopefully we get that done in time, we'll see. Can I ask for your help with a very tedious task? I'm gonna give you a thing, and then I'll tell you where to put it.
I can do that.
But the way I hang it, because if I hung it here, it's too low, so I hang it by this part.
Got
like
it. Okay.
This one goes on U8, S4 right, M4 right side top. Doing our first orders. I'm trying to connect the square reader and it's not working.
116, please.
116? Yep. Okay. Oh.
And then when you add inventory, how would I?
Oh, okay. So right now he just ordered, it was 5 stickers. I don't keep track of which particular sticker. And then he paid in cash. And then I just click submit and then it'll populate on here.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because this is how I always package them, but I'm like, I'm too late. Like this took me hours just to, I'm like, oh my God. I'm explaining to Maci the packaging system I had for all the keychains in the back here. I have these boxes back here. They're each labeled, like all of the ones in this box is Y. And then this one has the ones that are for the panels J, P, and U. And then inside the box, I packaged all these keychains and then I divided them with just cards that say what letter they are. So all the ones after this would be J7. And in that case, it would be the Bobcat keychain. But it was really, really tedious to do this when I was prepping. Like, yeah, it looks really organized back here and all the keychains are neatly prepared for when customers want to buy something, but it's just really tedious to prep. I can't imagine that as someone who prefers to do self-serve setup. If I do package them, I would do it on the spot. I could put the keychain inside the bag and then staple it during the show, which technically it takes time, but it's time during the show versus spending 3 hours at home packaging everything. To do all 6 of these boxes, it was kind of insane. On top over here, I have these like master sheets. So these are for all the stickers, and then here too. But then I have all the keychains and the stock of how much I have prior to this show marked on here, so I have a general idea. I don't really need the stock number, but the point is I put all the keychains in the master sheets so we can reference that when we grab from these boxes at the bottom. For example, if Maci grabs a keychain from the box and it's like the cow with the Yakult like earlier, we can confirm that by looking at the master sheet as well. I haven't crashed out yet.
Looking forward to it.
I always talk about like the top 10 tedious tasks, and I didn't realize it was alliteration until Kayla brought it up. She was like, "Is that why you say it?" I was like, "No, I just say like it's a really tedious task, and it's one of the top 10."
Actually, yes, he did say it because alliteration, and we love alliteration.
We do love alliteration. I've been meaning to put my mask on because there technically is like a whooping cough around UC Davis right now. In some of the clips, I might have my mask on or my mask off. We'll see. Earlier, we were setting up all the keychains onto the display board. Did you think that was a top 10 tedious task? It's kind of tedious.
Yes. To the point where I am surprised he doesn't already put them on automatically. However, I would understand why you don't, because the way you store each display, it makes sense to not have the keychains because it would add bulk. For myself, since all of my keychains and my pins are already attached, I would need 2 bins to hold them. Versus yours, you can already use like a file cabinet type of thing.
You know, that's a really good point, because the reason I thought I didn't already like glue or attach the keychains on is because it's adjustable. Like if I ever needed to move a keychain to a different location on the board, I could do that. And all I have to do is sacrifice that extra time to have to put it up.
The only reason why I don't do that is because I have a catalog that I would have to update, and that would be a lot of work to move around the little icons because I use Illustrator. I feel like if I had drawn it myself, it would be easier. However, because I use Illustrator and there's a lot of groups within each of the different lines and whatnot, it takes a lot of work and a lot of storage. But in your case, it would make sense to be able to move everything around since you already have your sheet that has the number.
I actually think it's because it's intuitive, but there actually is reasoning and probably other reasoning for it too that I don't think about. Also, guys, peep the headband.
Yeah, get this on mualcaina.com. Not yet, maybe June.
4th character added.
Yeah. Ooh.
If I'm remembering correctly, Mitsu's the bear.
Yeah.
Momo's the bunny.
Yes.
Miruku's the cat.
Yeah.
And then Mochi's the
dog. Yes, because Mitsu, Hachimitsu.
And then there's the small print. So I go into the prints, small print, and then the sticker sheet. Just one.
Okay.
Otherwise, they get 4 and 1 is free, so it's 18.
Okay.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best. Yeah. She's a fast learner. She started typing it in without me even saying. And in card? Yeah. Okay. We made a few sales so far. My friend actually stopped by. He was in a previous video, the self-serve at SAC Comic Con.
They let me behind the scenes today. They don't do this for everyone, so I'm honored to be back here.
He's pretending to be a customer that got lucky and was withdrawn to the back of the booth.
It's like when you do an internship.
This is an unpaid internship.
I'll take the experience. I don't have a lot of experience, so.
Yeah, you can write sales associate for stickerzoodesigns.
Sales associate, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing like a Q&A video?
I haven't thought about it, but we're doing one right now.
Should I have the questions or?
I could have the answers.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How long have you been doing artwork?
I've been stickering the zoo for about almost 2 years, but I've been doing art for pretty much my whole life since I gained consciousness at about 7 or 8 years old.
You gained consciousness at 7 or 8 years old?
Is that late?
I feel like it's early.
When did you gain consciousness?
probably last year.
Do you have anything to say to the Zookies?
Keep it up, guys.
It's about lunchtime and I'm trying to find food for us so we're not just starving. So I might walk around and get some B-roll clips as well as try to see if there's food, which means I have to leave Maci to handle everything. I believe in her. You got this. Her first day.
I'm scared.
Nathan has a bike and the closest food place is the silo, so we're gonna send him off to get some food.
I'm gonna leave and then not come back and take his card.
We're slightly hungry and we don't want to starve, and it is 1:34, so there's about 4.5 more hours of this event. People are trickling in here and there. It's just weird because for a college campus event hosted by a club, I typically expect the conventions, I guess, to be free entry or like really minimal payment for entry. So like $5. Pre-ordered tickets online were $20, and then if you walked in at the door, it was $25, which to me for a college event is kind of expensive, not gonna lie, compared to what some anime cons are, which I think $20 to $30 is the actual ticket for some of these shows. Like if you were to go to SAC Anime to go to the show, it's probably around $30. For the ticket here to be $25, it's kind of expensive for what you're getting. Maybe it costed them a bit to host the event at this venue inside the conference center for UC Davis, but even then I'm like, yeah, the people on campus, they're probably only gonna show up if there's a lot of activities or entertainment associated with the event. But it's kind of shocking to me. Maci's vlogging as well in the back. She was doing some work earlier on her laptop. Oh my god,
There's
Nathan
food.
returned with the food.
Thank
Apparently
you.
the food trucks are open even though technically like the silo area is closed on the weekend.
Okay, so basically, I ordered from 2 different trucks. I was like, how are people getting the food before me when I ordered like before them, right? Isn't that kind of weird? And I was just like waiting. And I was like, I'm gonna just go see like if my food's done. Like maybe they called my number and I didn't even notice. So I went to one of them and then they're like, oh yeah, we're just making the Thai tea right now. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. It took a little bit, but then I got it. And I went to the other truck here for my order and he's like, what's your order? 69 or whatever the number was. He's like, yeah, it's been done for hella long. Cause I noticed like right after you pay, the people got their food like instantly. And I was like, why didn't they say my number or whatever? But yeah, that's why it took a while. That's it. There's no straw?
There's no straw.
Just drink it raw?
Yeah, drink it raw. Thank you for grabbing this. My thing's a euro. She's been starving in
I
the
was
back.
being starved because I didn't make enough sales for him.
You have to make a certain amount of sales before you can eat.
Yeah. And then I finally hit 1 sale, so now I can eat.
Every time I sit in the chair, I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. But we've been having somewhat consistent orders throughout the day, about 61-ish orders, and Maci did 2 of them. Well, yeah, 2 of them.
Wait, that means you get another lunch break.
Wow.
More food.
I earned more food.
Good job, you deserve another lunch break.
Thank you.
Maci's actually working on some prep for Anime Riverside, which is coming up in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, I've actually just been doing most of the orders. It's mostly just us just hanging out, you know? But she actually is logging all the orders, which I think is definitely learning what the products are in the catalog. And then the last hour, if people order, it's just gonna be her. 60-minute proctored exam from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
He's making me work. I didn't want to do front-facing duties. I was like, I just want to do the inventory.
Yeah. Zookies University is hiring professors, if you guys don't already know. We're looking for a professor that teaches about the laws of motion, all about the colleges, and then a professor that teaches a Japanese class. You both qualify, so...
Well, I'm gonna put all my eggs in this basket then. Should I just drop out? I'm gonna graduate in like 3 weeks. You told me I got a job or?
Because the hammers are
Oh, wait, is that how you always attached it? Yeah. I always thought you clipped it on, and I was like, that's kind of thick.
Yeah.
Seeing it in person?
Maci's learning so much as well because earlier I was like doing things with the Osmo, and the microphones have a button on the side that one is the power button, and for people who don't know and for people who do know, if you use an Osmo Pocket and you didn't read the manual instructions like me and you just messed around until you realize what certain buttons do, the power button, after you turn it on, there's normally a solid blue light, but if you click the power button, it turns it into a yellow light, and that's noise canceling, so some of that outside noise is drowned out. Especially when you're using 2 microphones, it's sufficient because obviously if
they're picking up background noise from both microphones. It's not good for the interview style vlogs, which I've realized from when I did my 100 artist videos at ALA. I had the microphone set on blue. But if I would put them both on noise canceling, it sounds so much better. But anyway, the other button at the top, Maci didn't know that if you click it, it starts and stops videos when you're further away from the camera.
Mind blowing. The boss has abandoned us.
What do we do? Usually at big corporations, the head boss person, they don't do like the regular work.
He's doing most of the work right now. I'm just here. We're just here, actually.
Yeah. You make eye contact with the camera?
Sometimes I make eye contact with the camera, but sometimes I just like look in the general direction.
Yeah.
I think more often than not, I'm looking at the viewfinder. Zookies, Mualcaina fans, everyone, all the above down below in the comments, let us know. If you guys think Maci is funny, comment a happy face. Spam it, actually.
Colon, close parentheses.
We better see a lot of happy faces in the comments.
If you're feeling extra spicy, colon, hyphen, close parentheses.
And then if you're feeling like extra spicy, up carrot.
Wait, with the hyphen?
Give them a long nose.
We need to see all the varieties.
We're gonna do this part with minimal pressure so that Maci doesn't freak out.
Okay.
As the first day intern here at Stickerzoo, Nathan's gonna be a fake customer.
Okay.
We didn't really train her, I'm not gonna lie. I just told Maci, oh, these are where the keychains are. That's how you track the orders. That's the master sheet. And that's the general vicinity of how things are. I mean, she knows how to use a square reader. She's used one of these before, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now we're putting her to the test because she said she doesn't like being, what did you call it?
Yeah, I don't like doing reg.
Oh, she doesn't like doing register. I like doing reg, but I also like doing backlog. I know Nathan likes doing what you are doing
yeah,
as
that
well.
one's better.
I don't like doing anything.
He just likes to be here.
Yeah, he just likes to
He's a
vibe.
personality hire.
So we're gonna have him be a fake customer. I mean, also if you look at like some of Maci's videos, she tends not to be at the reg, and if it's like a POV from the back like this, it's usually someone else here, her helper that she's probably paying to be at the reg, and she's like, "This is the event. Hello, welcome to, say for example, Anime Riverside. Today we are doing this, and I just got matcha." And that's usually how it goes for
That is a good summary of my video.
yeah, so pretty good summary. You guys are gonna watch a live fake customer order.
I'm scared. You look
How do I
scared
feel?
too.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
Yeah.
I think she's nervous.
I don't got a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. That's your budget right there.
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. You have a lot of good stuff here. I'm camera shy.
Okay.
Why are you so close to
Oh, any questions? Okay,
Oh no.
I've never seen some of these toads before. Like, which game is it from?
That's a good question. Some of them are just default Toad. I think his name's Captain Toad, and that's Toadette.
Toadette?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've heard of her.
Did you want to get this one?
Yeah, sure. Well, wait, but it's buy 3 for $15?
Yes, you can
Okay.
get 2 more for that deal.
Okay.
Would you like this as well as
Yeah,
your second one?
definitely.
Okay.
I just like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamoroll's the best.
Can I also get some stickers too?
Yeah, which stickers?
Yeah, let's do 30, 116, 130,
Who the heck is Gooey?
and 14.
Okay, I'll try my best to remember that. 30, 116, buff Cinnamoroll. What were your other 3 stickers that you said again?
Other 3?
Did you say 5? I don't know. I heard 30, 116, and
Okay, 30, 116, 105,
105. Okay. All right, nice.
77,
77,
and 14.
77, 14. Okay.
I really need the 14 though. I really need that one. I really hope.
Did you say 14 or 114?
No, 14.
14. Okay.
I really need that one.
Okay.
I can't do it if you don't have it. I really need it.
What the heck? And just to double check, you wanted these 5 stickers.
No.
Which one?
I don't think you have 14 on there.
Oh, did I do the wrong one?
That's the one I need the most.
I'm loopy.
It's okay.
It's my first day on the
Oh,
job.
okay. I understand.
My boss left me for a very long time.
Oh, okay. We all hate working the reg.
I don't think I have that one.
You don't have
Do
which
I?
one?
Is that the one that you know? Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I feel like your life is compromised now.
You don't have 14?
Would you like the one on the display?
Oh, yes, I would like
Do
to.
you really want to have that?
It's okay. I think someone else could get it.
Okay.
Oh, I could pick the free one.
Yes.
Okay. Can I do one of these?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Okay. Anything else for you besides those 5 and then the 3 prints?
No, that's it.
Okay. Will that be cash, card, or Venmo?
Let's do cash.
Cash? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, can I get a keychain too?
Okay, which keychain?
They don't have the keychain I want. Oh, can I do P5?
P5.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. We don't have P5.
You don't have P5 and
Yeah.
you don't have 14.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should take it up with the boss.
Okay. Never mind. We can do U1.
You won.
If they don't have this, I don't know what to do.
This one?
Yes, that
Okay.
one. Okay.
All right, and then you're paying with cash.
Yeah, cash.
I need a calculator. The boss did not provide me with one.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I need better working conditions. 8 plus keychain is 12. Your total's 35.
35. Oh, what a steal. 35.
Amazing. 35 exact. You're all set.
Wow,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Hello.
Number 97.
97? 97, 98, 99.
Now she's going into a real customer situation.
Yeah. She's prepared now.
I got you. Okay. So just those 4 stickers?
And also, can I get number 5?
We got 5 stickers, so 4 of them were for $2, and then the 5th one is
I think
free.
I passed.
Oh yeah, go ahead and scan the QR code for the Venmo. Just $8. Check out these lights in this room though, they're pretty cool, these halos. I'm not used to this lighting system, but I kind of like it. Illuminates the convention venue pretty well. Some cons have really poor venue lighting, but this one's actually really nice. I like the fact that the lights are in a halo, and then there's a couple other lights at the very top, so it helps for sure. My booth feels like it is well lit, and all the other booths do too. Like wherever you are in this room, it feels pretty nice. Also, Maci is back at it again. Someone's buying a cow sticker. He is currently trying to upsell because we have a deal for the stickers where it is $2 each, or buy 4 get 1 free. And that doesn't mean buy 4 and one of them is free of the 4. It means buy 4 stickers and the 5th one is free. A common misconception people have for the buy X get 1 free syntax. Our neighbors just gave us soju cows. It's so cool. Wow.
Very cute.
Look at them. Post-game interview with the one and only Mualcaina.
The only volcano. What is it? The secret shopper that they say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was another shopper right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, yeah.
It's like, who was the real one?
Like test immediately into not putting your knowledge to the test.
Yeah.
Except he made it easy with the cash payment. I
Yeah.
don't know if it would have been a little more like difficult with.
I like doing card. It's easier. Yeah.
okay.
It's only hard if the Wi-Fi is not working.
Yeah.
Then it makes me want to cry, and I'm like, what do I do?
Luckily, I'm just connected to my hotspot for the Square terminal, as opposed to the UC Davis guest Wi-Fi, which was being finicky this morning. I forgot that with cash payments, people kind of have to know the prices.
Yes.
And then add them up. Because for me, I mean, yeah, you can click it on the Square system and then add it up minus the sales tax. But sometimes it's more intuitive to either just add it up on a calculator or add it up mentally.
Yes.
Obviously, I know my own prices, so it's easier for me to add it up mentally, but you have to pull out the calculator.
In my case, for my friends who do help me at my booth, because I do have different pricing for some, like pins, for example, because it ranges from like $14 to $16. Usually they'll just check on the Square reader, but then they'll use it more so as reference, but they won't actually total it on the Square. Like they'll just find it, like let's say Brooke, $16, and then add it to a calculator separately.
I also like the white background.
Yeah.
We're just going to be able to crop ourselves onto some random background.
Yeah. Questionable background.
Hopefully they don't put us on some crazy...
Yeah.
It's funny because, yeah, I was trying to like get as many shots as possible.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I feel okay because it's a lot more intuitive than my booth, I would say, for someone who doesn't know, because I have a big variety or a large variety of products. I have Ita bags and car magnets and Sometimes I'll have mini prints and whatnot, and there's just so many items with different pricing that unless if you've helped at my booth several times, you wouldn't really know where anything is or how much things are. Sure, you could check the Square reader, but sometimes it can be overwhelming if someone says like, oh, they want this and this and this sticker. I'm at a point now because I've had my letter and number identifiers for each design for about a year now, because I did debut it last June. I guess last time I vended back in February, I do remember certain letter number combinations where yes, because a lot of people would buy the Gojo flower pin, I do remember that letter number combo, or the Gear 5 Luffy pin, for example.
That's why some people tend to only have a limited number of helpers, and it's more difficult to train someone new. Like for me, I don't have that much product variety. And if I do have a lot of things, it's mostly in the diversity of that specific product, sticker or keychain in this case. And so the difficulty comes from knowing what that thing is.
Yes.
You know, if it's the keychains, yeah, everything is labeled and organized in like a file system. It kind of works out the master sheets just for reference. But when it comes to stickers, you know, you throw 5 random stickers into the box, and
they're all mousehold or Kirby. I'm like, I don't know
which one is which.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know the characters, for example, if you say you didn't watch One Piece or you don't play Valorant or something, and someone wants to get those items, and they tell you box number like 71 to 75. Because they're looking for 72, and there's just 5 stickers in there, you might not know which one it is. And that's where it can be kind of difficult. I trained a lot of different people to help out my booth to different levels. If people who watch my channel know, Kayla has helped out at several different events, so she knows the best how to run the booth in terms of the artist alley tables, but it's a little different when I have the self-serve setups at the outdoor events. While they might have knowledge in some of the different series for some of the stickers or keychains, or schools especially, all they're doing is the transaction. The main part for them is to log everything. But when you're at an anime con, it's a little more difficult. Like earlier, I just had you logging everything, and it was a little more intimidating, I would imagine, to do reg.
Yes. I think it also helps that I do have not just customer service background, but background in doing an artist alley table. It also depends on how the transaction would be done. Like I know for Ivy, I haven't helped her, but I've only covered her table like if she needed to leave the table. But hers is intuitive enough, especially for Square, where this much for a sticker or this much for a keychain or a pin. But it would be different if there's different listings for different types of items. So there's one for a Gear 5 Luffy pin rather than just enamel pin. Only because I do like to keep track of specific products for tax purposes when you have to calculate COGS, like cost of goods and services.
No, yeah, I mean, that's going into the weeds of it for sure.
Yeah.
I guess that brings us to the next point of like, would you, after helping at my booth, like proxy for another artist, is that something you would ever do, depending on their catalog? Like, for example, when I proxied for Kelsey, it was relatively easy because everything mostly is self-serve beside the shirt. So my baseline knowledge that I have to train myself for to run her artist alley booth was relatively simple. But say I'm doing Ivy of Drawn by Ivy or June or JYK Doodles or even your booth at an artist alley table, oh my god, I might cry.
Yeah, it's if you've seen any of our vlogs, like June, JYK Doodles, Drawn by Ivy, or myself, Mualcaina, there's a lot of products, a lot of different types of products. So I can understand why it might be more of a pain to find a proxy in that case. For myself, because I tend to prioritize my own conventions, I'm more limited on the types of events I can proxy if I were to do that. However, it would depend on how much of a variety of products, like what you said with Kelsey's. It's pretty, not to say that it's limited, but she mostly has shirts and stickers and key straps.
A few enamel pins now, and then mystery bags.
Okay, but I feel like it's not as complicated as a lot of other artist alley vendors that I've seen. So hers would be doable, especially since some of her items are self-serve, like you mentioned. Self-serve helps a lot for a proxy. Also depends on how much I would get paid. Like if I were to get paid pretty well, why not? And if I have that weekend free, I don't mind doing it. Also the ease, because it could be as simple as, oh, you just received these suitcases full of product, great. But then it's another thing if you're receiving boxes at a hotel or wherever you're staying at, and then you need to also figure out how you're supposed to transport that to the convention, because that was a pain for me at Otakon, was figuring out how I would do that, and I had to make multiple trips. A lot of logistics, and in that case, if you are going to proxy for someone, highly recommend trying helping first so you can get an idea of how booths are typically run, and especially helping other artists, so then you can see what might best fit your selling style, I'd say.
That's a good point. Would you ever, because I feel like you have a limited amount of people that help you at your booth. Is it difficult to train someone to learn your catalog, and what is it that you would require them to have in terms of skill set to run your booth, or even?
I would say I don't often do it because I feel like my catalog is very complicated. There are a few events where I'm considering having a proxy if I have another event that weekend. I typically won't send a proxy if I'm able to go myself, but I was going to hire them just because they've helped me at a lot of events. But for someone who's new to, let's say, working for me, for example, I would say like they need to have experience either being a proxy, which isn't necessary but very helpful, or just being a very good helper. Ideally, they've helped other people at other events, but obviously that type of situation is very rare because a lot of people in Artist Alley who do have helpers, usually the helpers are friends or family members, but if there is one rare person who is or has that experience helping other vendors, it's usually a word of mouth type of situation where, oh, this person has helped me, you need help at this event, I can lend you that person, or that person might be interested in working for you. I feel like that type of experience is really helpful, but it's difficult because my type of product is also very bulky. It's also different if you have a lot of smaller items. Like in your case, like your things fit in your car. Mine barely fits in my car. There's just a lot of stuff. And that also limits to who I can have as a helper or proxy because they need to be able to fit that stuff in their car. And I don't want them to have to rent out a car because then that's another expense on my end. And I know not everyone has the same type of car that I have with that same type of size. So it'd be difficult in that situation and figuring that out.
I feel like you don't really help out at events often, obviously because time is important to dedicate to your own business.
In my case, I would. No one's asked me. So,
Oh,
like, you're the
really?
first person to ask me. Yeah.
We won.
But that's also because I wouldn't have considered to hire you as a proxy until you proxied for Kelsey.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had never done that before either, but I thought it'd be a fun experience to try helping Gucci Pins out at their booth before. And I thought it'd be a fun video to also make proxying for someone else. So when Kelsey asked me to proxy for her, I jumped on that opportunity. I would have said yes no matter what, even if I had another event at the time, which I did. Even though I have my own artist table, and if I can make a video out of it, or I can share that experience with someone else, it's not necessarily taking away from the business. I'm still learning something. And if they're paying me to do so, it helps out because I can now fund something else maybe. It's not like I'm wasting a weekend, for example. Because you have your own art shop, you wouldn't proxy for someone else, but other people do that. Like Shamima of Moonpool Art, she has her own shop, but she proxies for other people sometimes too. Like when Ji-Yoon of JYK Doodles asked my friend Kayla to be a proxy for them at a different show, I was like, honestly, I could have done it too. But you know, Kayla also would love to have the experience of proxying for Ji-Yoon, so have to have her have that experience as well. I stomp on someone else's opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. And in your case, I know you said that it was mostly an opportunity for you to create content out of the experience of proxying for Kelsey, but it could also, which I'm sure it did, teach you how you can improve the experience of your own proxies in the future, where it's like, oh, you learned that Kelsey does this. Maybe you can implement that in your own situation in the future if Kayla or another person proxies for you. It's like this thing, it's like maybe I'll do something similar type of thing.
Like it's not just optimizing the display in the front, but also optimizing the process of grabbing the things in the back. Like having Kayla proxy for me at Anime Nightmare while I was proxying for Kelsey at NakaCon, there was some feedback that Kayla gave me when she was helping my booth, like, oh, things she found efficient and things she found inefficient. I don't like the sticker boxes, but they're efficient for storing the stickers, but it could be optimized a little better for how fast you can get stickers out to someone.
Yes.
I mean, the alternative solution I've always thought is just having the stickers on a display, like Lindsay of Singles Food. And I know there's a few other artists that do that, but Lindsay's the first one that comes to mind when you have a whole bunch of stickers just self-serve.
Yeah.
They're relatively easy to do.
I also considered that. Yeah.
It ends at 6, so we have a few minutes left.
That's why people are starting to pack up now. So we're gonna start doing that. Hopefully what we talked about was insightful or helpful for anyone out there who is interested in helping out their friend in an artist alley or interested in asking some of their friends to help out at their booth, because it can be scary to ask someone, hey, please help me out at my booth, I need some help. Last minute call or whatnot. Maci literally said no one's ever asked her to help before.
Yep.
Or asked her to help at their booth.
And in his case, I feel like a good amount of the people helping him besides friends are people he literally just met at college shops and probably have asked him if they can help him. Yeah. Literally, I didn't realize like he just met Kayla in September.
Crazy.
Yeah, I thought they were like BFFs for a while. I was like, wild.
Anyway, we're gonna start packing up now.
Guys, like and subscribe to the Stickerzoo.
Honestly, I did not expect Nathan to make a surprise appearance today.
Here I am, living the Zookie dream. Hey, if you guys are watching, you guys can do it too. Apply, even if you don't think you're gonna make it, just apply.
Any application can mean you could get enrolled tomorrow.
And just like me, like I just happened to show up. I applied and I got my internship today too. It's been a great experience. It was a pretty chill event. There's actually more people than I thought that would be here, honestly. And it was like pretty consistent like flow of customers, in my opinion. Be careful in Davis, guys. Wear a mask, always wash your hands, sanitize. Keep your head up, that's all.
All the people packing up behind us.
Yep.
It was crazy because we finished in record time, thanks to Nathan's help as well. It's like, I never really timed my breakdowns, but I felt like we were started around 5:58 is what I said. And we ended at 6:18.
Yeah.
So like 20 minutes. That was
Crazy.
the fastest I ever had a breakdown for Stickerzoo.
8-foot table
I know.
too, yeah.
Like extra stuff, but it all felt very intuitive. Like things were moving in their proper places and whatnot. Nathan said you were schmoving.
I was schmoving,
Yeah.
yep. 3 years of experience.
You seem tired.
Yeah, I am. I didn't do anything. I only did like 3 transactions. I learned so much.
Yeah. She always learns so much.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this final episode of the weekly series, because I don't think I'm having another weekly episode come out next week until after Anime Riverside. Thank you always for being a Zookie, sticking around. Whether you joined from the viral self-serve video or watched a couple shorts of me saying my art isn't selling anymore and then decided to tune into the long-form YouTube vlog, I appreciate you guys. And if you don't already follow the other Artist Alley vloggers like Maci of Mualcaina,
Hello.
do so.
Yeah.
Because they provide incredibly insightful information for everyone, regardless of if you're a small business who might be not exactly in the same niche doing anime conventions. If you're doing outdoor market, she does a couple of those too.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because my art isn't selling anymore, so you should subscribe to me as well, please. When is your next event?
Anime Riverside, same as
Yeah. We're in a stamp rally.
you. It'll be announced. This is it on the screen. We're doing a boba stamp rally of our OCs together. If you are tuning in to Anime Riverside, you got tickets, you're going, pop in and support our stamp rally.
Please.
Help Hemi and Mitsu make their boba.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cute. Anyway, other than that, appreciate you guys for tuning into this vlog once again.
That's it. Oh,
Bye, Zookies.
Bye-bye.